Good evening, listeners. It's owl stretching time, and now, here's your host, Frank Macaluso.
Thank you, Isaac. Hello, everybody, and thank you for tuning in to our final episode of the semester.
I'll be home for Christmas. Da, 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 da.
Whoa. Erica, what are you doing?
I'm decorating the studio. I figure if we're doing a holiday episode, having the decorations might help with the atmosphere, you know?
Who said we were doing a holiday episode?
I mean, this is the last episode before Christmas, so I figured...
Well, it's also the last episode before New Year's, so I had planned to do more of a year-in-review type episode.
Aw, but I worked so hard on these decorations.
I'm not even sure if we're allowed to put stuff up in the studio like this.
Besides, do you really want to relive this year of all years? Please, let's do a holiday episode.
We did that Hallmark movie parody last week. You played the lead in it.
That doesn't count. It barely mentioned any holidays in it at all. Let's do a real holiday episode, please.
All right, we can do a couple of holiday sketches, but then we do what I want, okay?
Yay!
Well, as long as we're on the subject of holidays, we might as well start the show off with a sketch about a holiday office party. Or at least that's what the sketch would be about if were it not for the efforts of one Mr. Lionel Talbot. And that concludes the tour of the office. Here's your desk.
Thank you, Mr. Talbot, and happy holidays.
Excuse me?
All I said was happy holidays.
That phrase is never to be uttered in this office.
Oh God, you're not one of those right-wing weirdos who thinks there's actually a war on Christmas, are you?
No. I just don't want my employees being distracted from their work by thoughts of sugar plums dancing about in their heads. You see, merriment reduces productivity. It encourages social interaction, emotional connection, and play. And none of those are good for profits. I strongly recommend you watch your tongue from here on out. I'm going to head back to my office now. You get to work. And that goes for the rest of you, too. Get back to work!
Psst. New kid.
Who, me?
I don't mean Donnie Wahlberg. What's your name?
Petula?
Neat. My name's Gina. Listen, some other folks and I are planning a rebellion. You in?
I don't know. I mean, I just started here. What's the rebellion about?
We're bringing the holidays back, baby. What do you say?
I think that's a noble cause and all, but also I think my parents would kill me if I lost this job.
Trust me, Petula. When you've worked here long enough, you welcome death. Look, if you don't want to, I can't force you. But for the sake of all those who come after you, won't you help us end Talbot's reign of terror?
I smell conspiracy.
Oh, holy crap, I didn't even hear him coming!
Oh, yeah, he's gotten real good at that.
Gina, I think you and I need to have a little chat.
Hey, let go of me!
Where are you taking her?
That's none of your concern, Petula. Now get back to work.
What the hell?
Oh, man.
Ah!
That's the 9th time this month Gina's been dragged in for one of Talbot's chats.
That there's the bravest woman on the face of the planet.
Seriously, does no one here make noise while they walk?
It's a useful skill for stealing stationery. I'm Paul, by the way, and that's Brad.
Petula. Nice to meet you, I guess.
The chat begins.
Is he...
Yep.
He figures physical punishment is the most effective form of punishment. The most direct route to the long-term memory.
I had no idea what a real bastard he was.
Gina can take it, though. She's been through about 50 chats, and she hasn't talked yet.
Of course, the chats have gotten much shorter over the years, as Talbot's gotten less and less patient. He used to keep her in that room and beat her for hours. But she never lets her lips get loose. Never.
I'm surprised he hasn't just fired her for whatever phony reason if he hates her so much.
The man is a sadist of the worst kind. Besides, he knows she's our leader, and he wants to get as much information out of her as he can before disposing of her.
Here she comes.
I hate him.
We all do, Gina.
That settles it. It's gotta be now. We have to do it now.
But the confetti cannons haven't come in.
Damn the confetti cannons! Damn all the confetti cannons that ever were! We'll just have to do it without them.
Gina, I want to help you guys. What do you need me to do?
Here, take this iPod. It's linked up to the PA system. When I give you the signal, press play. Also, take this lutefisk. When the time comes, you'll know what to do with it. Paul, go get Delaney and Paloma.
Right.
Brad, prepare the eggnog.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Now, let's make like we're working.
What's the signal for the iPod thing?
It'll be pretty obvious.
I'd still like to know, just in case.
Oh, what's this? Could it be that our newest addition to the company has chosen to align herself with a troublemaker? A very unwise choice, young Petula.
What are you, like part ninja or something?
I think it's time the two of us had a little chat.
Now, Petula, now!
Huh? Oh, right.
What is this loud bombarding drivel?
Darlene Love and the Wall of Sound, baby. Happy friggin' holidays!
What are you doing with those Christmas decorations? Stop that at once!
Happy Hanukkah, everybody! L'chaim!
Paloma, put those candles out and put that menorah away right now. I will not have bright, shiny things distracting my workers from their computers.
Festivus for the rest of us!
Delaney, don't you dare nail that clock in a bag to the wall!
Come get your eggnog. Yeah!
Hey!
Bjorn, get in here!
Bjorn? Who's Bjorn?
That's Talbot's henchman. He does all the stuff Talbot's too physically weak to do, like break noses and stuff.
Don't.
Bossman want Bjorn bust head?
Yes, start with the tiny blonde one.
Wait! Would you like some lutefisk?
Lutefisk? It's been ages since I've had lutefisk. It reminds me of my childhood in Minnesota.
Give me that! Bjorn, I gave you an order. Now I demand that you...
took my lutefisk.
You're not allowed to eat on the job. Now do as
I want my lutefisk, boss man.
Oh yeah? Well, this is what I think of your lutefisk. Now beat them up like I told you to.
Wrong move, old man.
Yes!
Hey, look, everybody. It's snowing. In our office.
A Festivus miracle! Huzzah!
All right, everybody, let's party!
Yeah!
Wow, Mr.
And now it's time for... What the hickety heck?
Erica, what are you doing? We're trying to do a show here.
Sorry, it's just that last sketch gave me an idea on how to really create a nice holiday atmosphere.
And what, pray tell, was that?
An office party!
Okay, first off, this isn't an office, this is a recording studio. Second, we are trying to do a show here.
Oops, some guests have arrived. Come on in, guys.
Hey, pretty impressive.
Erica, you've outdone yourself again.
I almost don't recognize the place.
I brought the deviled eggs.
We can't have food in here.
Oh, don't worry. We won't be eating it anywhere near the equipment. More guests!
More guests?
Mr. Farnsworth, you came.
Of course, Eric. I wouldn't miss it for the world. This is my dear friend Tallulah St. Lawrence.
How do you do, my dear?
Pretty good.
Say, has anyone caught the latest episode of Rebecca Mercury?
Actually, I couldn't watch it.
No,
I
I
had
Thank you. Isaac, introduce the next sketch. I'll play the transition music.
And now it's time for Out and About with Emily Boes. Tonight, Emily is in Schenectady, New York, interviewing singer Marcy Blaine.
Thank you, Isaac. Good evening. Last October, Mildred Goldman, a homeless woman in the Los Angeles area who claimed for 30 years to be famous 60s singer Marcy Blaine, passed away, leading to an embarrassing death hoax. I'm here in Schenectady tonight with the real Marcy Blaine to get her feelings on the matter. Miss Blaine, how did this year's death hoax impact you?
It pissed me off, that's how it impacted me. To think there's been some poor broad in California pretending to be me. And then people thinking I died in October. Please. I died 12 years ago.
Well, Wait, what?
Yeah, I've been dead for 12 years. And all this time, my only friends have been my cats and this biscuit. Isn't that right, Mr. Biscuit? I'm not your friend, Marcy. You want to eat me? No, I don't. Yes, you do. No, I don't. Yes, you do. No,
Excuse me, Miss Blaine, but what exactly are you doing?
I'm coping with my loneliness through fantasy. You don't know what it's like to be a washed-up pop singer. All alone, no one caring about you except to listen to one of your records every blue moon.
Mom, what are you doing in there?
Nothing, Gerald.
I heard another person's voice in there. Are you giving another interview?
No.
Is that your son?
Yes, that's my Gerald. Damn it.
You are giving another interview in there, aren't you? Dang it, Mom! We didn't have that intervention for nothing.
Ah, crap.
Wait, what's he talking about? An intervention?
Who did she tell you she was this time? Rosie Hamlin? Janice Green? Brenda Payton of the Tabulations?
I take it she's posed as old singers who have fallen out of the limelight before.
Yes.
So she is not, in fact, Marcy Blaine.
Hell no. Her name is Frida Claxton, and she's tone deaf.
We spent $1,000 on a fraud. Well, would you happen to know where the real Marcy Blaine lives?
No. Now get out of my house.
Well, whether or not Marcy Blaine is dead or alive, there is no denying that Bobby's Girl is a really crappy song. Back to you in the studio.
Thank you, Emily. We will now pause for station identification, followed by a message from our sponsor. You're listening to WJMU 89.5 The Quad.
Hi, Mom, Dad. So I just got off the phone with our prostate agent, and I know that we have accident absolution. So the super minor, almost inconsequential accident that I had tonight.
20 years in the dungeon.
Okay, yep, good night.
Do you ever think we're too hard on the children?
Don't ever question me again. Do you want to go in the dungeon too?
No, dear, I'll behave, dear.
With accident absolution, your rates won't go up just because of an accident. Not that it matters much to you. You won't be seeing so much as the light of day for a long, long time. Still, switching to prostate is worth it. Call an agent today.
Well, we're back, and the party seems to be in full swing. 20 people came by during the commercial alone. I don't think the studio can fit any more people in it and still have enough air for all of us. Oh, good grief, more guests?
Oh, that's my friend, the incredible Crisphead. He's a psychic.
Oh, don't tell me you actually believe in all that falderall, Mr. Farnsworth.
Oh, heavens no. But he is fun to have around. Let him in, won't you?
All right.
Greetings, friends. I have come to bring you season's greetings and tidings, both warm and chilling, from the future. We are all interested in the future, for that is where we will be spending the rest of our lives. Indeed, future events such as the ones I shall reveal unto you this evening will affect you and me in the future, whether you like it or not. Before I begin my predictions, allow me to close the door. There, it was getting a touch drafty. Now on to my first prediction. Indeed, 2018 will be an eventful year. I fearlessly predict that bell-bottoms will become high fashion yet again. Famous people all over will be seen in them. Viola Davis, Ariana Grande, Norm from Cheers. Yes, friends, even you will find yourself jumping onto the bandwagon, whether you want to or not. I further predict that Cheers will be rebooted in the May of 2018. Only John Ratzenberger will return, not as Cliff, but rather as the voice of a CGI frog, whether he wants to or not. He will protest, but he will be subdued by a brainwashed Hulk Hogan, who will be playing the role of Dr. Fraser Crane. The reboot will last 5 seasons, though no one will watch it. During the finale of the 3rd season, a popular celebrity will soil themselves, and you are there. This will lead to an attempt on Donald Trump's life, as a deranged man from Oklahoma tries to impress the aforementioned celebrity. Speaking of politics, I predict that in the midst of the great divide between the Liberal Party and the Conservative Party, a third party will arise, more powerful than either two combined. It will be a party led by women. Yes, friends, entirely by women. And I, for one, welcome our new feminine overlords. For us men have made a terrible mess of this once proud nation. This new third party will lean towards democratic socialism and will lead a proletariat revolution. You will be caught in the uproar whether you want to or not. And you may say that you are not a political person, that you will not pick sides when the revolution cries out, but you will, for these things are inevitable in the future. And finally, I predict that a once powerful political figure will find herself reduced to dancing in seedy bars, disrobing for drug dealers, degenerates, and lesbian amnesiacs. Who is it? Gasp! It's none other than Betsy DeVos. And who is that sitting in the front row shouting, "Take it off, baby"? Nobody. Now, my friends, I must depart as my self-imposed bedtime is nigh, and I must have my beauty sleep, whether I need it or not. Farewell.
Wait! Before you go, Crisphead, there's something about my future that I would like to know. Will I get that role in Stranger Things that I've been hounding after?
Even better, Tallulah. I predict that you will become president and you'll restore peace among all nations from White House 2, which will be located on the moon. And now, if you all will excuse me, I really must be going. Good evening, friends, and good fortune upon your houses.
Bye, my dear friend.
Watch out for snakes.
Damn, I really wanted that part on Stranger Things.
Mr. Farnsworth, I don't mean to come across as rude or anything, but your psychic friend there made a lot of ludicrous predictions, even by normal psychic standards.
Well, he's never been the same since that walrus fell on him. He never saw it coming. But that's part of the fun, the ridiculousness.
If I wanted ridiculousness, I'd just listen to one of your short stories.
You know, that's not a terrible idea. It's a perfect way to bring the festivities to a climax. And I've actually got a pretty good one.
You're seriously gonna tell us all a story?
Consider it an early Christmas present from me to you.
Well, all right, but you'll still owe me a present for my birthday.
Of course.
All right, everybody. Mr. Farnsworth's going to tell us all a story, so let's sit down and give him our undivided attention.
Thank you, Frank. Tonight's story is an original, and it's completely devoid of a moral, so take that, children's television act.
This isn't even a kid's show.
I stand by my statement. This is a story about a foolish king who loved to watch old movies. It all began in the small kingdom of Funkistan. There, King Benjamin reigned. One night, while he was watching one of his favorite movies, guess who's coming to dinner, to be specific, he came up with a rather silly idea.
Wow, that Katharine Hepburn is such a marvelous actress. I love her. I love her face, and I love her voice. Hark, an idea. Royal Scribe! Royal Scribe, come quick, I got an idea!
You bellowed, Your Majesty?
Yes, I just had a marvelous idea for a new law. Take this down. I, Benjamin, King of Funkistan, do hereby declare that, effective immediately, everybody in the kingdom must speak like Katharine Hepburn.
Excellent, Your Majesty. But what?
You heard me. Start making with the Katharine Hepburn talk.
But, sire, isn't this law a little ridiculous?
Who cares? I'm the king. Just do the thing. I'll announce the new law to the rest of the subjects in the morning.
Very well, Your Majesty.
Like Katharine Hepburn.
All right, Your Majesty, but if you ask me, I think this law is very, very silly and perhaps a little unjust. Really, I do.
Unjust, schmunjust. I like it anyway.
The next morning, King Benjamin made the proclamation to his subjects, and received mixed responses.
Hear ye, hear ye. I hereby proclaim that from this day onward, everyone in the kingdom must talk like Katharine Hepburn.
Quick question, Your Majesty. Who's Katharine Hepburn?
She's this actress I really like. Look her up if you have to.
What exactly is the point of this new law, sire, if you don't mind my asking?
I just like her voice is all. Now everyone, go do the thing I said.
But sire, I'm a bass baritone. How can I be expected to mimic the voice of a woman?
Hey, I never said it had to be good. I just said to do it. Now go do it.
Within hours, Everyone in the kingdom was speaking like Katharine Hepburn.
Hello, Myrtle. Can I borrow a cup of sugar?
Of course, Harriet. Say, have you heard about Theodora Wilkins?
No, I haven't. Tell me everything.
Well, apparently she's been stripped of her second-place ribbon from the pie baking contest last year for using preserves instead of fresh fruit.
Really? I'd have never expected Theodora of all people to cheat. Really, I wouldn't have.
This went on for about 3 days. Then one night, as King Benjamin was watching The Great Muppet Caper...
I like that Kermit the Frog. His voice makes me happy. And it's funny when Miss Piggy beats him up. Hey, a new idea. A royal scribe.
You bonked, Your Majesty?
Yes, I got this new law I want to pass. Jot this down.
The very next morning, he announced his new law to the people.
From this day forth, everyone in the kingdom must talk like Kermit the Frog.
What? What about Katharine Hepburn?
Ah, that's old news. I'm into Kermit now. The king has spoken. Peace out.
Within hours, the entire kingdom was talking like Kermit the Frog.
Come on, honey. Push! Push!
I am pushing. How about telling the doctor to pull?
Will everybody please calm down? I need to be able to focus. All right, now I can see the head.
You did this to me, you bastard!
Yeesh. When are they gonna invent epidural already?
Everybody quiet down. I need to concentrate.
If you need it quiet, then why are you shouting?
I'm not shouting. You're shouting.
You are too shouting!
Congratulations, Mr. and Mrs. Stoat Pamphlet. You are now the parents of a bouncing baby boy.
It's a boy! A healthy baby boy! Yay!
And life went on this way in Groove Funkistan for about 2 days, until...
Man, I love that John Wayne. He's so tough and rugged. And that voice.
Pilgrim, you caused a lot of trouble this morning. Might have got somebody killed. And someone ought to belt you right in the mouth. But I won't. I won't. The hell I won't.
Say, hey, royal scribe!
You thundered, sire?
Yes, I've got a brand new law to pass.
Another one?
No belly aching, just right.
The following morning, well, you know the drill.
Hear ye, hear ye. Royal subjects, I have a new proclamation.
Another one? Who are we impersonating this time? Mae West?
No, although that's not a bad idea. Anyway, I now proclaim that everybody in the kingdom now has to talk like John Wayne.
Well, at least it's one I can sorta do this time.
And within hours, yada yada yada.
You can't say yada 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 before the watershed. Young ears might be listening.
Anyway, all the people in the kingdom were talking like John Wayne. They also were beginning to think like John Wayne.
It's so nice of you to all come by. The wife's making chicken and dumplings and cornbread.
It's our pleasure, Pilgrim.
You know something? I'm getting kinda sick of having to talk like a movie star every minute of the day.
Me too. Just who does that king think he is, messing around with our voices like he does?
I think we ought to kick him out. But in a democracy.
That's the best idea I've heard all day.
Victuals already, folks.
Change of plans, Maria. We're overthrowing the king.
All right, I'll just put dinner in the oven to keep it warm.
That night, the people of the kingdom all showed up at the castle door.
Yes?
King Benjamin, this is a revolution.
Hey, how come you're not talking like John Wayne like I said to?
We won't let you push us around anymore.
You're not fit to rule.
Says who?
Says we, right?
Yeah!
We didn't vote for you.
Well, if it's a consensus, I guess I'll just pack my bags and pockets in. Sha-sha-sha! Yeah, I don't think I used that right.
Get him!
And since that day, Groove Funkistan has been a democracy, where people are free to speak in whatever manner they please, whether it be as themselves or as a famous actor. The most popular impersonation there right now is Keanu Reeves. And thus ends my tale.
That was wonderful, Mr. Farnsworth.
Thank you. Now, who's up for some dancing?
Yeah!
Blast those speakers, Erica.
Those young people. This is gonna be hell to clean up afterwards. Anyway, we hope you enjoyed tonight's show and this season as a whole. I know that I've enjoyed entertaining you all, and I think the rest of the cast has too. We hope to be with you all again next semester. Until then, be safe and have fun. Happy holidays.
That was Owl Stretching Time, starring Frank Macaluso, Brian Barker, Emily Boes, Aria Hawkins, Yaselino Vera, and Michael Santos, with Erica Caruso, Melissa Kumro, and Antonio Verdera. This episode was written, directed, and produced by Frank Macaluso. This is your announcer, Isaac Weezer, saying Happy Holidays and Happy New Year.